on to, so Padmashri, nominative is clear.
Yeah, nominative is clear.
Yeah. Now moving on to accusative. Accusative depends on definitely the verbs that are being used. But the sentence should help you understand that the noun is the receiver of the action. And the noun is a direct object. Most important. Okay. We will see few examples. This is the grid that we have wherein the articles change. There becomes den, ein becomes einen. Die, das, and plural die. They will remain as is. Nothing to worry out there. Only challenge is we need to first identify whether it's masculine. So understanding of the gender is very much important. And then we continue it to understand how will it change. There will change to den or ein to einen. Now, der Vater kauft. When we say der Vater kauft, it doesn't sound complete. We definitely are seeking for more information, and that's where their father buys what is the question that comes to our mind. Whenever you ask this kind of a question to the verb itself, that's your accusative. Der Vater kauft den Computer. Liest du eine Roman? Now that's a question. So do is the subject. Do you read? Do you read what? Now this should be einen Roman, not eine Roman, because Roman is, let me change it. It should be einen Roman because Roman is there, article is there. It should be liest du einen Roman, which is a novel. Ich nehme einen Kaffee bitte. I'll take a coffee. Kaffee is again their Kaffee. Ich habe einen Bruder. So for things, we use the question was. For person, we use the question wen. Ich habe wen einen Bruder. Yeah, this concept is clear. Yeah. Now coming to the dative part, this is used for indirect objects. That means it can be a person or a thing. To whom or to which something is done. Here again we have this example. Der Vater kauft. Now here there are two questions that can come to your mind. The father buys what? And that's your ein Eis. But the father buys for whom? That's your dative. Der Vater kauft dem Kind ein Eis. So das Kind has become dem Kind. Similarly, die Mutter dankt wem? Dem Taxifahrer. Ich helfe wem? Den Studenten. Now, dative plural, just be careful. This is what you need to understand. In first, let's talk about masculine. There becomes dem, ein becomes einem. Feminine, die will becomes der, eine will become einer. Neutral, das will become dem. So ein is einem. In plural, die becomes den, but even the noun gets an N ending. And that's the reason here it is ich helfe den Studenten. Plural. Yeah. This is only for dative. That's something that we need to bear in mind. Now, genitive. This is very much different. Quite similar to what we use it for English. The usage of this, honestly, you will use it more in B2. B1, A2 you get introduced. B1 there are few topics out there which require genitive, but it is not like accusative or dative wherein you have a base to be used. Definitely in B2, genitive plays a vital role because it enriches the language to the next level. So we won't be talking about that. First, let's understand how do you use it. So it is used to indicate a position or ownership. For example, this is my father's bag. So in English, we use it with an apostrophe S and then talk about the object.
Mhm.
In German, genitive is used instead of an apostrophe. We frame sentences like, Das ist die Tasche meines Vaters. Now, what is different to in the German genitive construction is, in English, we first talk about the person and then the object which is possessed, right? So father's bag. But in German, we say, das ist die Tasche meines Vaters. So first comes the genitive construction of, first comes the noun which belongs to that person. And then comes the person. Similarly, das ist das Auto meiner Tante. Whereas in English, we will say aunt's car or auntie's car. Are you able to understand the difference? It's
Yeah,
first
yeah.
the object that we talk about first. Similarly, das ist das Spielzeug meines Babys. Das ist die Meinung der Gäste. Meinung means opinion. So das ist die Meinung der Gäste. Now, this is a table. Yeah.
Can you go back a minute? For plural, what will be?
So this is the table that you can refer to. There becomes this. The becomes there. Das becomes this. And plural, the becomes there. So I can just update it here. This becomes, the becomes there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, another thing that we need to be mindful is, so here we are using it from the first three sentences, we are using it from possessive article perspective, whereas the last one is used for your normal definite article.
Yeah.
Now, when you're using these genitive, something that you need to understand is the ending of the noun also changes in certain cases. So the first rule, what we are talking about is the modifiers in the genitive, that is the es ending that you get for masculine and neutral, and there is er ending for feminine and plural. So it's very easy to remember. This for masculine neutral, there for feminine and plural. But what is more important is the masculine and the neutral nouns, they get es ending if it's a short noun like man, right? There is only one syllable. So man will be des manes. But if it's computer, there is more than one syllable, then it is des computers. So the noun gets only s ending. Clear? So
Oh,
Vater,
okay.
in here, in this case, Vater, right? It's one word.
Only yes.
Vater, but syllabication is two. Vater. So only s, right? Babies, babies, two syllabication. So s. But man, one syllable. So we have to add es.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is the only, a little different rule that you need to, which is not there in nominative accusative dative, that we need to understand. See, that's about it. Any questions in this that you have, Padmashri?
In this, uh,
I
I
think this is a new
understand
concept for you.
new concept, so it takes time for me to digest. Otherwise, the rest too is good. Nominative,
Yeah.
and
Now,
that.
my suggestion, what you should be doing is, if, for example, accusative.
Mm.
Accusative, if you have understood this, then try to create another table which has
Mm.
your possessive articles. So, meinen, deinen, unseren, same logic.
Mm. Yeah, I have done that.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
tremendously help. Likewise, do it for dative.
Mm.
So, das ist meinem Bruder,
Yeah.
meiner Mutter. That will also help. Because see, negative is very easy because einen becomes keinen. So no tension there. But when you start framing sentences and start conversing, it should happen with the help of your possessive articles. Seinem, right? Seiner, euer, eurer. These are little tricky. So that should help. Dative, okay, in a sentence, there is a possibility, as you learn the language further, there is a possibility that in the sentence you can have both both the objects which are accusative, both the objects which are
Right.
dative. There can be a situation where you have a nominative, accusative, dative sentence structure. Again, in B1, you get to know this. NAD structure, we call that. And sometimes you can have NDA structure, which is nominative, dative, accusative. So once this understanding is clear, as you progress with the levels, you can understand many more concepts. And then the sentence structures, why, there are questions at times, why we have framed the sentence in such a particular order only? Why not any other order? Because there are certain rules which are associated to your cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Anything else that you know?
This was clear, Neha. Thanks. I think we were missing a bit on the noun part, but that was covered today.
Yeah, I think that is the endings part is very crucial. That should help. Is what we have.
Mm.
If I'm not sure if you want to take a photo of it, you can. I can just go back. These endings.
I've taken a snapshot.
Okay, for all, right? Masculine, feminine,
Yeah.
and neutral. Yeah. So that should help. I think more of application of this is now required. I think that we should be able to do it in our upcoming sessions. Right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think that's
I
about
read
it.
also, but I think it would take some time before I get a hold of it because I tend to forget
Uh,
all this ending.
the way you should use it is Arbeitsbuch, Wortschatz. You
Hmm.
have the entire vocab there, right? So
Right.
they have given you the
Okay.
articles. That way you can take a look. Or
Good. Because I was just thinking that maybe I can Google it and take some and then
no, Wortschatz is
remove
best because
those.
you are
Yeah.
using, you have learned the vocabulary in that chapter. Try to use it. And
That
what
did not
we
strike me.
Yeah,
So
and
I
what
thought
we
that
do
maybe.
when, this is what I used to do when I was taking face-to-face classes. I have flashcards. I have the
Okay.
nouns written, and they are without the article. So, for example, brot is written on that paper. It's a small chit, right? And you have to open Brot and just check, okay, what's the article? Is it der Brot, das Brot? And then match.
Okay.
Try doing that. All
Yeah.
those new words. First to 4 chapters, basic vocabulary. That will be like absolutely easy. Again, an helping hand that you have is I have shared the links for articles. Remember all those YouTube links for a particular thema.
Yeah.
So furniture, Gemüse, Obst. Go through that. Use it for your definite articles. That's another good way to do it.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
try. Yeah.
Flashcards
But
should
it
help.
takes time for sure. But
Hmm?
it is going to take some time, I believe. But
Yeah. It will. It's a matter of time. You have to do it regularly. Absolutely regularly. But it's quite possible. And I'm telling you, if this is in place, then it significantly helps you. A2 grammar, significantly it will help you. There is a concept called as adjective declination, which has 3 types: definite article, indefinite article, and without article. How does the adjective placing of that, the endings will change? It's another table, Padmashri. It's like what you have in nominative, accusative, dative. We have new tables that we are going to create. Now that's humongous task, and there are students who go to the B2 level, but still they fumble big time with these things. So the faster you get a hold on articles, the better it is. And second aspect is when you start using it for writing. Now, we have not yet done it. Letter writing is still easy for A1, but in A2, when you start writing, you should be able to understand what article you are using. Okay, that is again good. And as I mentioned, small talk. In small talk, you have to strike a conversation. So, this is the time,
Okay.
Padmashri. Start now.
Yeah. I already read through all this ending, but as I told you, right? So few years I remember. It is very easy when it is feminine, kite, height, and all. It becomes very easy. Then ismus will becomes easy. Ling is easy. Ish is easy. But then there are few others which is mostly cases, right? So those were the cases where it's especially for feminine, there are so many ending which might be a feminine ending cases. So that's where I get confused with those endings. Otherwise, it's good.
Yeah, I think
But
it's a
what you told,
matter of
what
it's a
time?
matter
Yeah,
of
what you told
practice.
was right.
Word charts should help. Start
Yeah,
it
I'll do
from
that.
because the first, second, third, fourth, fifth chapter, if you complete that much vocab, that many words, articles you should know. Simple. That's how you should go about it. And try flashcards.
Yes.
Flashcards we also use for vocab building. When you come to like right now, you guys are still playing with simple verbs. But then you can use it for, when there would be a phase when you feel, oh my God, there's so much of new verbs that we are learning. At that time, you can again use flashcards.
I'll try doing that.
Cool. Any more questions, Padmashri, that you have for me?
No, Neha, this was helpful. Thank you.
Welcome. I shall stop the screen share, and then if all is well, then we would disconnect from the call.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and we shall catch up
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Yep.
Bis morgen. Tschüss.
Bis morgen. Tschüss.